Bharatam Mahabharatam Dharma Adharma Sangharshanam.
Bharata's descendants continued to rule. One of them, Kuru, became renowned. He founded a kingdom called Kurujangala, which came to be known also as Kurukshetra. Those who belonged to his race were the Kauravas. A king called Hasti, who belonged to this dynasty, founded the capital of Kurukshetra, which came to be called Hastinavati for that reason. Pratipa was another king of this race. For many years he had no children. The king and his wife went to the forest and performed tapas in order to have children. Their tapas was rewarded and a son was born to them. Because he was born when their very dynasty was about to become Shanta or extinction, he was called Shantanu. Shantanu succeeded Pratipa to the throne. He was also very powerful. He was a very able ruler. Once, he went to the forest to hunt. There, he saw a very beautiful woman. She glowed like a goddess. He fell in love with her. He said to her, "Lovely woman, who are you? Are you an Apsara or a Gandharva or a goddess? Whoever you may be, marry me." The young woman replied, "Maharaja, I agree, but on one condition. You should not object to anything I may do. If you object, I shall leave you. Do you agree?" Shantanu consented and married her. Shantanu and his wife lived very happily. After some time, a son was born. As soon as he was born, Shantanu's wife took him and cast him into the flowing Ganga. Shantanu was aghast, but what could he do? He had promised never to say a word against whatever she did, so he was helpless. But that was not the end of the matter. 6 more sons were born, and she cast them all into the Ganga. The 8th child also was a son. Once again, she left the palace, carrying the child towards the Ganga. Shantanu could no longer restrain himself. He blocked her way and said, "Stop! Please stop! Enough of this! I shall not allow you to kill this child. When I married you, I did not know enough about you. Who are you? You kill every child of mine? Why do you drown them in the Ganga?" The woman said, "Maharaja, I am Ganga Devi. I assumed a human form and married you as the gods desired. The 8 sons I bore are the 8 Vasus. Once they stole and carried away the celestial cow Kamadhenu from sage Vashishta's hermitage. So he cursed them that they would be born in the world of men. Because I drowned them in the Ganga as soon as they were born, they were liberated from the curse and returned to the world of the gods. But I shall leave this, the 8th child here, as you desire. You have come in my way, breaking your promise. Therefore, I can no longer live with you. Farewell." She then disappeared. Shantanu returned to the capital with the child. He brought him up lovingly. He was given the name of Devavrata. As he was the son of Ganga, he called the child Gangeya also. Gangeya grew up. He studied the scriptures and also became a master of archery. One day, Shantanu was strolling on the banks of the Yamuna. He saw a lovely woman rowing a boat. She was ferrying passengers across the river. He fell in love with her. He inquired of her who her father was and went to him. The young woman was Satyavati. Her father was Dasaraja, the chief of boatmen. He welcomed the king who had come to him. Shantanu said, Dasaraja, I have fallen in love with your daughter. I have come to ask you to give her in marriage to me. Dasaraja replied, Great king, your request makes me happy, but I have a request. You should bestow the crown on the son she bears. Shantanu was not prepared for this. He was unwilling to bestow the crown on anyone except Gangeya, his first son. So he gave up hopes of marrying Satyavati and returned to Hastinapura. But he could not forget Satyavati. Pining for her, he grew thin. The ministers and others were very much troubled. Gangeya also was worried. He discovered the cause of his father's condition from the king's bodyguards. He called on Dasharaja and said to him, Dasharaja, let your daughter marry my father. I promise that her son will succeed my father to the throne. Dasharaja was a worldly wise man. He said, Gangeya, your magnanimity overwhelms me, but I still have a doubt. You may give up the throne, but later your sons may create a dispute. What about this possibility? Devavrata told him solemnly, Dasharaja, you need have this fear only if I have children. So, listen to my vow. I shall not yield to any temptation and shall remain a bachelor throughout my life. From today, every woman is like my mother to me. Are you satisfied? Dasharaja now gladly consented to Satyavati's marriage with Shantanu. It was a tremendous bhishana, that is vow, that Devavrata undertook, and so he came to be called Bhishma. He placed Satyavati next to him in his chariot and went to his father. Shantanu was deeply moved by his son's magnificent sacrifice and said, My son, I deeply appreciate your sacrifice. I shall bestow a boon on you. Death will not approach you until you will it. The marriage of Shantanu and Satyavati was celebrated with great splendor.